Our big story at this hour, 11 days after the Pahalgam massacre, over 60 ground workers have been booked under the Public Safety Act across various districts of the Kashmir division. Now, security forces are carrying out hundreds of raids across Jammu and Kashmir to break the overground workers network. As many as 100 locations were raided since yesterday. 4 massive combing operations are still on across various parts of Anantnag. We have Idris joining us live from Srinagar. Our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, who is tracking India's diplomatic moves by the minute, is joining us live from New Delhi. Let me come to you, Idris. We know that some 100 locations have been raided since yesterday. Over 60 overground workers have been booked. And with all of this brewing in the background, we have 4 massive operations still ongoing. What can you tell us is the situation like on the ground, and help us understand the intensity of these operations?
Well, yes, there are 2 major updates from the Kashmir Valley on the Pahalgam attack. The first is that the DG of the National Investigative Agency is in Srinagar today. He was yesterday in Pahalgam. He even went to Baisaran to take a stock of the investigation. Today he will be meeting with the top officials of the security, which includes the Indian Army, paramilitary forces and Jammu and Kashmir Police in Srinagar, where they'll be discussing basically the investigation, where it has reached and how other agencies can basically help provide support to the NIA. On the other hand, we've seen around 62 over-the-ground workers have been booked under Public Safety Act since yesterday in the Kashmir division only. Security forces believe that there were around 15 over-the-ground workers who were in constant touch with the terrorists at the time of the Pahalgam attack, and that's one of the reasons that security forces are going after the over-the-ground network, especially in the Kashmir division. We've also seen some of the raids taking place in the Jammu division, in Kishtwar as well as in Doda districts. If we talk about the Kashmir division, we also saw around 2,500 people were picked up at the beginning of the attack, out of which most of them were let go, but a lot of them, which the number around 200 people, were kept by security forces for more questioning. We're being told that the terrorists who carried out the attack were held by the local over-the-ground workers with the recce as well as the logistics support. The attack was earlier, they had planned to basically carry forward the attack in Gulmarg, which is very close to the line of control. But due to this high security there, the plan was changed. The terrorist groups basically went on to Pahalgam, and there were 3 places in Pahalgam which were recce'd by the over-the-ground workers along with the terrorists, Adu, Betab Valley as well as Baisaran. Adu and Betab Valley still have a lot of security presence, and that's one of the reasons that these terrorists didn't carry out the attack there. But the third option for them was Baisaran, where there was least number of security presence at that point of time, and also it was easier for them to basically flee from the spot after the attack and hide in the jungles. There are 4 combing operations which are taking place in the Anantnag district, especially adjacent to the meadow, Baisaran meadow, in the jungles, where we've seen on the day 11th a joint operation of the Indian Army, Jammu and Kashmir Police and paramilitary forces, which also includes the commandos, are carrying a combing operation in the forest area. At one place they did come in close contact with the terrorists, where there was a brief gunfire also, but after that there has been a lull in fighting, but the combing operation still continues.
Right, thanks for getting us that report, Idris.